vibrant color of the soup. Isn't she gorgeous? This recipe was inspired by a beetroot soup that I had at a restaurant. It was my first time having beets in a soup, and I am so happy I tried it. So that night, I bought all of the ingredients that I thought I would need to make the soup, and I just took a shot at trying it. I try to replicate things all the time, frankly, and it often fails, but to my amazement, I think I nailed this one on the first go. I highly recommend checking it out. Super cozy and delicious. Welcome to the aromatic world of Afghan cuisine. If you've got a head of cauliflower just staring you down in the fridge, here's one way that you can use it up. This is a simple and authentic family recipe that I grew up with. It's called gulpi, and it's a tantalizing curry that features cauliflower florets, which are coated in a rich blend of spices and tomato paste and chili peppers for this perfect balance of tartness and heat. And then you cook it down until the cauliflower pieces just melt in your mouth. It's a side dish that pairs especially well with some cooked rice and salateh, a refreshing Afghan salad. Stuffed bell peppers, where the juicy sweetness of a pepper meets a savory and satisfying filling. This is a high-protein recipe with thanks to the addition of mung beans and veggie ground, and it's filling and nourishing with thanks to the addition of brown rice. The vibrant colors make this a feast for the eyes, and each bite bursts with flavors. You're gonna love this one. Welcome to a mouth-watering journey of pancakes from around the world. It's like soft and fluffy and flavorful. The sauce is on top. Wow. Oh, so good. So in today's video, we're gonna go on a culinary adventure and indulge in the diverse world of pancakes, from Japan to Austria to the US. And in each of these recipes, I'm gonna share with you how we're gonna replace the traditional egg that are in these recipes to make a plant-based version of the pancakes. So grab your skillet and let's get flipping. Did you know that just adding a squeeze of lemon juice to your meals can increase iron absorption? Here's one recipe to try this tip out. So this is a stuffed sweet potato recipe featuring iron-rich lentils and quinoa that are cooked in a delicious mixture of spices all in one pot. I also like to add some broccoli and bell pepper for extra veg, and when everything is tender, we can then stuff it all into our sweet potatoes. You can then drizzle over some tahini dressing and a generous squeeze of lemon juice, adding a delicious zing but also helping our body absorb more of that important iron. White asparagus is a delicacy in the Netherlands. It's a variety of asparagus that's so coveted during the spring, it's often even called white gold, and it's grown and harvested while below ground, which prevents photosynthesis from turning the stalks green. It's got a mild, delicate, and slightly sweet flavor, and it's a unique veg that adds a touch of elegance to any meal. Save your vegetable scraps when you're cooking, freeze them, and when you have enough, you can use this to make your own homemade vegetable stock. You can then use the stock anytime you want to make your own homemade soup. We're going to start by adding the vegetable scraps and all of our flavor makers to a large pot on medium-high heat. Pour in some water and then just cover the pot and let it simmer for about an hour so that all the flavors infuse. After we take out the large vegetable pieces, we'll then strain the broth, and that's it. It's so easy, and now it's ready to be used in making a delicious, comforting soup. These dark chocolate trail mix bars are perfect for when you need a snack to satisfy your sweet tooth. And I feel like there's something special about making your own customized chocolate bar. It's super easy, you just melt some dark chocolate and sprinkle over your favorite trail mix ingredients. I like to then sandwich these in another layer of chocolate before sprinkling some more on top. My personal favorites are chewy cranberries and crunchy toasted almonds and pumpkin seeds. They're perfect to take with you on your next trail adventure, or you can make it as a delectable, sweet, and considerate handmade present. This is the perfect weeknight dinner. You just add all the ingredients to a baking dish and then you walk away. An hour later, dinner is ready. So picture this. You're lounging, scrolling through your phone, trying to figure out what to cook for dinner, and then you suddenly stumble on this baked lemon risotto recipe. And your stomach starts growling like a grizzly bear in hibernation. Well, don't fret, my famished friend. We've got you covered with this set it and forget it baked dish. It's going to cook itself by the time you're done with your Netflix binge, and the real magic happens when you add the dill and olive oil dressing. It's creamy, tangy, and so delicious. Introducing our coconut lemon tart, a delightful spin on cheesecake. The filling is made with silken tofu, which gives it a velvety texture, and then we added in some zesty lemon and coconut cream to balance sweet and tangy flavors. It'll firm up once it's popped in the fridge for a bit, and if you're looking for a wholesome alternative to traditional cheesecake, this tart is a recipe you simply don't want to miss. We all have a breakfast that we default to when we don't want to think about what to eat, right? I'm curious to know what yours is, but for me, it's always been granola. I usually try to make it on the weekend, and every time I make it, it's a little bit different, just depending on what I have. And for this particular recipe, I used some hazelnuts, but you can add in any nuts or seeds that you have. Then you bake it. The aroma that's going to fill your house smells absolutely incredible. And then once it's out of the oven and it's cooled down, you can add in any kind of mix-ins that you enjoy. I've added chocolates and dried figs for this one, and the combination of hazelnuts and chocolate kind of give it a subtle Ferrero Rocher taste, and it makes a really big batch, enough to last at least a couple of weeks, but that's only if you can contain yourself. We devour it honestly in just a few days.